Hello everyone, welcome to Stay Healthy with MedAsia 50+. When it comes to staying healthy, I'll provide the knowledge and you take the action. Previously, we talked about how taking 5,000 to 7,500 steps a day is an excellent balance between effort and benefit. At that time, some viewers asked whether walking speed also matters. Today, we're going to answer that question. In early May 2025, scientists in Glasgow, United Kingdom, published what can only be described as a landmark study in the leading medical journal BMJ Heart. Why do we call it a landmark study? Because it lasted for a full 13 years and followed more than 420,000 people. Research of this scale and duration generally produces highly reliable findings with strong practical value. This study pointed to one clear and compelling conclusion. Brisk walking can significantly reduce the future risk of developing cardiac arrhythmia. What's more, the researchers specifically emphasized that the protective benefits of walking are not determined solely by how long you walk. Walking speed is even more important. In other words, if you set aside the same 30 minutes for a walk, choosing a brisk pace provides far greater protection for your heart than taking a slow, leisurely stroll. It's like maintaining your car. Even if you spend the same amount of time, a thorough, high-efficiency service delivers far better results than simply giving the exterior a quick clean. However, the most surprising finding of this study goes even further. The researchers found that a fat person who walks briskly actually has a lower future risk of developing cardiac arrhythmia than someone who walks slowly but has a normal body weight. This suggests that a person's level of physical activity and functional fitness, represented here by walking speed, may sometimes be a better predictor of future health risk than body weight alone. A body that is agile and strong, even if it carries some extra weight, may have a healthier heart than a body that is sluggish, physically inactive, but within a normal weight range. Now that we've covered the main findings, let's take a closer look at the data behind this study. The researchers divided walking speed into three categories: slow, moderate, and brisk. The results showed that, compared with people who walked slowly, those with a moderate walking speed had a 35% lower overall risk of developing cardiac arrhythmia, while those who walked briskly had an even greater reduction of 43%. If we focus on the most common type of cardiac arrhythmia, atrial fibrillation, people with a moderate walking speed had a 38% lower risk, while brisk walking reduced the risk by 46%. Even for other types of cardiac arrhythmia, such as bradycardia and premature ventricular contractions, PVCs, brisk walking was associated with a 39% lower risk. Behind these numbers are the real-life experiences of hundreds of thousands of people followed over a period of 13 years. The strength of this evidence speaks for itself. Rather than suggesting only a vague possibility of benefit, the study demonstrated a clear dose-dependent protective effect. In other words, the faster you walk, the greater the protection for your heart rhythm appears to be. At this point, you may be wondering, why can something as simple as walking faster become such an effective way to protect the heart and maintain a stable heart rhythm? The researchers also explained the underlying physiological mechanisms. We can understand this positive transformation taking place inside the body from 4 different perspectives. First, brisk walking is an excellent form of high-intensity training for your heart and lungs. As you pick up your pace, your heart naturally beats faster, and your breathing becomes deeper and more rapid. This process is like giving your heart a powerful pump. Regular stress testing and strength training allowing it to contract more forcefully with each beat and pump more blood throughout your body. At the same time, the heart muscle itself becomes stronger through this exercise. Your lung capacity also improves, and the efficiency of gas exchange increases. It's like giving your body's engine a complete system upgrade, making it more powerful with a more efficient air intake system, naturally improving both power and endurance. A strong and efficient cardiopulmonary system is, in itself, the most solid foundation for maintaining a normal and stable heart rhythm. Hey, if you're still here and getting value from this, I just want to say thank you. It genuinely means a lot. Now, I'd love to hear from you. How often do you go for a brisk walk each week? Drop your answer in the comments below. I read through the comments, and I would love to hear from you. Second, brisk walking can significantly improve your metabolic function. When you walk at a faster pace, Your body requires more energy, which accelerates the mobilization and burning of fat, especially visceral fat, which poses the greatest risk to health. As visceral fat decreases, your body's insulin sensitivity improves, and chronic low-grade inflammation is effectively reduced. Metabolic disorders and chronic inflammation are two of the key pathological factors that lead to vascular endothelial damage and myocardial fibrosis, ultimately triggering cardiac arrhythmias. In this sense, brisk walking directly addresses the root cause by clearing away the conditions that allow heart rhythm problems to develop. Third, brisk walking can effectively regulate your autonomic nervous system. Our heartbeat is not entirely under conscious control. It is finely regulated by the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is responsible for stimulation and acceleration, much like the accelerator, while the parasympathetic nervous system is responsible for relaxation and slowing things down, acting like the brake. Long-term stress and a sedentary lifestyle can make the accelerator overly sensitive, causing the heart rate to become fast and unstable. Regular brisk walking is like installing an intelligent stabilizer and balancing system for this regulatory network. It enhances parasympathetic activity, making the braking system more responsive, helping the heart rate return to normal more quickly after exercise, preventing unnecessary dramatic fluctuations and allowing the heart to beat with a more stable and regular rhythm. Fourth, brisk walking provides comprehensive improvements to your overall physical fitness. It not only strengthens the major muscle groups in your lower body, but also engages your core muscles, improving muscle strength and endurance. At the same time, it provides beneficial mechanical stimulation to your bones, helping to maintain bone density. A body with strong muscles and healthy bones reflects better overall physical function and greater vitality. It is clear that brisk walking helps you become younger and more resistant to the effects of aging by improving your body's fundamental physical capabilities. At this point, you've probably realized that the benefits of brisk walking extend far beyond protecting a healthy, steady heart. More and more studies suggest that your walking speed may serve as a mirror reflecting your overall health and the aging process. For example, people who walk faster often live longer. In 2019, a study conducted by the University of Leicester's Leicester Biomedical Research Center analyzed data from approximately 475,000 people. After accounting for factors such as age, sex, and body weight, the researchers found that participants who usually walked at a brisk pace had an average life expectancy 15 to 20 years longer than those who walked slowly. A difference of this magnitude is enough to make us rethink the health value hidden behind a brisk walking pace. A study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, found that people who walk slowly during middle age tend to show signs of physical aging much earlier across multiple aspects of bodily function. Their lung function, dental health, and immune system function appear to decline earlier. Even their grip strength, balance, and physical coordination show signs of deterioration. Brain imaging further revealed that people who walk slowly tend to have smaller brain volume and surface area, a thinner cerebral cortex, and a faster rate of cognitive decline. In contrast, the bodies of brisk walkers seem to have the aging process playing in slow motion. Every system appears younger and more energetic. This suggests that walking speed is more than just an exercise habit. It may be an outward reflection of your body's overall cellular vitality, neurological function, and musculoskeletal condition. At this point, you may be wondering, how fast does your pace need to be to qualify as brisk walking? A practical reference is a walking speed of at least 4.8 kilometers per hour. In more familiar terms, that's about 12.5 minutes to walk 1 kilometer, or 100 to 150 steps per minute. At this pace, your heart rate and breathing should noticeably increase, you should begin to sweat slightly, and you should still be able to carry on a conversation, but not sing an entire song. This is the pace that effectively triggers the beneficial physiological responses we discussed earlier. However, I must also offer an important reminder. Although brisk walking is beneficial, it is not suitable for everyone. For people who are older, have little previous exercise experience, are in poor physical condition, or have serious knee or hip joint problems, Suddenly beginning high-intensity brisk walking may place unexpected strain on the joints and cardiovascular system. Remember, health and safety should always come first when exercising. If you are unsure whether your body is suited to brisk walking, or if you experience persistent discomfort after walking, be sure to consult your doctor or a qualified rehabilitation professional. They can help you develop the safest and most effective exercise plan based on your individual needs. For many people, starting with a slower walking pace and gradually increasing both speed and duration is the safer approach. And whether your goal is 3,000 steps or 7,000 steps a day, simply getting up and moving is far better than remaining sedentary. So the next time you head outside, as long as it is safe to do so, try consciously picking up your pace a little. It's not just about burning a few dozen calories, it's about giving your heart lasting, steady vitality. Thanks for watching. For more simple wellness tips and healthy lifestyle ideas after 50, subscribe to Stay Healthy with MedAsia 50+. We'll see you in the next video.